Picture this. A patient walks into an emergency room, their skin covered in an angry red rash. They mention they started a new antibiotic just yesterday. As healthcare professionals, the questions start racing through our minds. Is this an adverse event, an adverse reaction, or perhaps both? These aren't just academic questions. They're at the heart of drug safety monitoring, and knowing the difference can literally save lives. Today, we're diving into the critical world of pharmacovigilance terminology, where precision in language helps us protect patient safety worldwide. Let's start with one of the most fundamental concepts in drug safety monitoring. Let's begin with a term you'll use countless times in your pharmacovigilance career. Adverse events, or AEs. Think of an adverse event as any unwanted medical occurrence that happens to coincide with a patient taking a medication. Here's the crucial part, and I want you to really let this sink in. We don't need to prove that the drug caused the problem. All we need is timing. Did it happen after the patient took the medicine? That's enough to qualify as an adverse event. Let me give you a practical example. If a patient takes an aspirin and later that day trips and breaks their arm, that's an adverse event. Does the aspirin have anything to do with the broken arm? Probably not. But it still gets recorded as an adverse event because it happened while the patient was taking the medication. Now, let's explore the different types of adverse events we encounter. First, we categorize them as either expected or unexpected. Think of it this way. Expected adverse events are like the fine print you see on medication labels. We already know about them from clinical trials and previous experience. Unexpected events are the surprises, the ones that make us sit up and take notice because they haven't been documented before. The other major classification is serious versus non-serious adverse events. This isn't just about severity, it's about specific criteria that determine how quickly and to whom we need to report these events. A serious adverse event could be something that puts a patient's life at risk, requires hospitalization, results in a persistent disability, or leads to a congenital anomaly in an unborn child. Let's make this real with our interactive case example. Imagine you're monitoring a clinical trial and a participant reports a headache. Seems simple, right? But let's think it through. Is it expected? We'd need to check our reference safety information. Is it serious? In most cases, no. But what if it's so severe it leads to hospitalization? How do we document it? What details do we need? These are the kinds of questions that pharmacovigilance professionals grapple with daily. By understanding these fundamental definitions and classifications, you're building the foundation for protecting patient safety through careful monitoring and reporting. Remember, in pharmacovigilance, we'd rather over-report than miss something crucial. Every piece of information, every reported event, could be the key to identifying a new safety signal.